Good evening. Now, ain't that something? Now, we owe the start of the History Makers to a black Broadway show from 100 years ago called Shuffle Along. Make sure you look it up. I'm Rickey Smiley, the host of the Rickey Smiley Morning Show, and welcome to History Makers. Now, I was interviewed for the archive in 2018. In fact, I am so new that my interview is not available on the HistoryMakers Digital Archive, but it is at the Library of Congress. Miss Janie and my whole family were so proud to hear that. Preserved for eternity. So I wanted to be here to help the History Makers celebrate. Danny Glover did 2000, Dionne Warwick did 2001, Angela Davis 2002, and my year is 2003. It's crazy, in 2003 I was doing stand-up, but I did not yet have my radio show, okay? In 2003, the History Makers would add 303 new History Makers to its archive. 303, now that's a whole lot. Now these History Makers interviews are not like our radio interviews. They last 3, 4, 5 hours in length, and they tell the whole story of one's life. Now in 2003 was the History Makers' second most productive year for interviews to date. The crews traveled to the DMV, Philly, New York, Boston, ATL, you know, as we known for Atlanta. They educated our young people, and they honored my man B.B. King on the same stage with my man Isaac Hayes. Let's take a look.
Hold up. Great. And then they have all different people.
And you just step aside and let them talk. And every time you do somebody else, you step forward and talk. Don't like it.
Black Moses, man. You forgot him?
You don't know what the, oh, is that,
It's been a while.
But that's
okay, no white shirt for you though. Okay, no white shirt.
so now I got to not wear no shirt.
No white shirt.
Yeah.
Brought over now.
So he can adjust the sound so he feels fine.
Well, I don't have a problem.
Where's my shirt? I can put one. Are the
I'm looking at that view. Look over there. Oh, that's nice. Yeah.
How are you? Okay. However,
Ron, I'm gonna sit in the audience. I don't want to sabotage.
whatever you want, you don't sabotage things. If you have something to say in the truck, you come in and say it.
Don't say grandfather thing. I can't get away with that.
Hi, young man.
Became an honor and a pleasure.
Thank you.
My number, don't you ever come to Chicago and miss all this good stuff here, girl. I would have had you a hoochie woman tonight.
Now, please join us in welcoming the History Makers of 2003 that are here with us this evening. Judge and founder of the National Civil Rights Museum in Memphis, the Honorable D'Army Bailey. Historian and head of the Chicago Historical Society, Lonnie Bunch. 7th Circuit Federal District Court Judge, the Honorable David Corr. Famed activist, poet, and spoken word artist, Nikki Giovanni. Investment banker and the oldest of the famed Little Rock Nine, Ernest G. Green. The former mayor of Gary, Indiana, the Honorable Richard Hatcher. Archivist, historian, and National Archives and Records Administrator, Dr. Walter Hill. Former Iceman, union organizer, and the oldest recorded history maker at 103 years old and going strong, Junius Red Gayton. And ladies and gentlemen, truly a legend in her own time, civil rights pioneer and head of the National Council of Negro Women and author of Open Wide the Freedom Gates, Dr. Dorothy Height.
There is this archival history available for the entire world to see. I think is a monumental contribution not only to Black America, but indeed to the entire nation and the world. To be able to access this kind of living history is a marvelous thing.
I'm really excited about being here because I think that have all these history makers in one room, whether they're being recognized or whether they're here as a guest, they're all part of Black history, and that makes me feel excited.
Tonight's event culminates 2 days of events and many months of planning. I have an excellent staff. We are blessed with wonderful volunteers and many people across the country who have helped us. Not only have they helped to make tonight possible, but we will end the year with 700 interviews, a priceless archive, the HistoryMakers Education Institute, our Speakers Bureau, and a joint venture with Carnegie Mellon to archive in an easy-to-use system 400 of our interviews, making them accessible to libraries and schools around the country. More importantly, we are changing the public dialogue in this country because for far too long, the African American community has been too silent about its history.
As a history maker and as the regional coordinator for the Washington, D.C. area, I am proud to announce that we will end this year with a total of 150 interviews in our region alone.
It is our plan to equal or surpass the efforts made in the Washington, D.C. area.
We have sponsored and supported the HistoryMakers since its inception. And because of our support, the HistoryMakers has logged thousands of miles.
Hilton Hotels Corporation is the national hotel sponsor for the HistoryMakers. Additionally, tonight we're proud to announce that Hilton Hotels Corporation will be sponsoring salutes to HistoryMakers around the United States during 2004.
Well, Scott, I guess it's our turn. You know, we put in a lot of miles this year, traveling all over the United States. In fact, every other place besides Chicago has been our home. Now, on a recent trip to Memphis this summer, we were given one special assignment by Juliana Richardson, and that was to deliver Isaac Hayes. And if you've never worked for Juliana Richardson, you don't know what that means. But so we had to deliver Isaac Hayes, and well, there's no can't or I can't do it. We had to do it, and we did it. We delivered Isaac Hayes.
Well, Chicago, he was born in the rural South in a sharecropper's family. He began singing in church at the age of 5. His soundtrack for the movie Shaft was The Thing of Legends. And tonight, he's brought Memphis to Chicago. Please, let's welcome, with a big round of applause, the enduring R&B legend, Mr. Isaac Hayes.
decision.